Hello YouTube. The Villa Romana del Casale is a large and elaborate Roman villa or palace located about 3 kilometers from the town of Piazza Armerina in Sicily. Excavations have revealed Roman mosaics which, according to the Grove Dictionary of Art, are the richest, largest, and most varied collections that remains, for which the site was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997. The villa and its artwork date to the early 4th century Common Era. The mosaic and opus sectile floors cover 3,500 square meters and are almost unique in their excellent state of preservation due to the landslide and floods that covered the remains. Although less well known, an extraordinary collection of frescoes covered not only the interior rooms but also the exterior walls. And here is what attracted my interest. Racing gnomes in chariots pulled by birds, mosaic at Villa Romana del Casale. Roman floor mosaic depicting a chariot race in a circus, where each team's chariot, white, red, blue, green in color, is pulled by a pair of birds. Scientists, by the way, seriously claim that this mural depicts children. Meanwhile, Aristotle wrote about gnomes. Synonym would be dwarfs or pygmies. After all, they are not a myth. There really is a species that is small in stature, both people and their horses, and they spend their lives in caves. The Greek historian Herodotus called them small people smaller than usual. Even Pliny the Elder wrote in detail about pygmies. And according to the Iliad, they were involved in a constant war with the cranes, which migrated in winter to their homeland on southern shores of the earth-encircling river Oceanus. Now, when the men of both sides were set in order by their leaders, the Trojans came on with clamor and shouting like wildfowl. Wildfowl, and when the clamor of cranes goes high to the heavens, when the cranes escape the winter time and the rains unceasing and clamorously wing their way to the streaming ocean, bringing to the Pygmean men bloodshed and destruction. Oh, at daybreak, they bring on the baleful battle against them. But to Aristotle in History of Animals, the story is true. These birds, the cranes, migrate from the steppes of Scythia to the marshlands south of Egypt, where the Nile has its source. And it is here, by the way, that they are said to fight with the pygmies. And the story is not fabulous, but there is in reality a race of dwarfish men. And the horses are little in proportion, and the men live in caves underground. One story in Ovid describes the origin of the age-old battle, speaking of a pygmy queen named Gerana, who offended the goddess Hera with her boasts of superior beauty and was transformed into a crane. In art, the scene was popular, with little pygmies armed with spears and slings, riding on the backs of goats, battling the flying cranes. The 2nd century before Common Era tomb near Ponticapeum, Crimea, shows the battle of human pygmies with a flock of herons. We could go on and on, but I think you've got the idea. Gnomes, or little people, really existed. Look at my videos about the Chud and Sirtia or Sichertia of the Urals and the Arctic North. In the work of the Chinese historian of the 7th century Li Tai, Kodi Ji, Description of All Lands, written in the year 638. It is said that to the south of Datsin, that is the Roman Empire, there is a country of dwarfs where people are only 3 chi tall, about 90 centimeters. When dwarfs cultivate fields, They are attacked by white cranes. Then people from the country of that scene, giants Tenjiang, about 31 meter tall, protect them from cranes. How the Chinese became aware of the plot from Greek mythology remains unclear. According to the records of the Greeks, Romans, Chinese, Norwegians, Arabs, and Cherokees, we have vague cross-cultural memories of the thousand-year and worldwide pygmy war with cranes, which led to the domination of the crane and the destruction of pygmies, gnomes, dwarves. There are no more pygmies, and the effective reinterpretation of history has led us to associate cranes with peace, serenity, and luck, meaning to the victor go the spoils. Will we ever find out more? Maybe. I don't know right now, but I will continue my research into the Chuj and Sihirtia of Eurasia, and I'm sure somebody continues the research into the ancient pygmies and what this war was about and why it was fought. Something we don't understand. Is it just a myth? But there are such interesting pieces of evidence around the world, and I'm sure archaeology will help us in the future. Thank you for your attention to my work. Please support me through the links you will find in the description to this channel. Please kindly tell about others about my work and subscribe to my channel.